Welcome back, my friends, from Iran. Dorotostanaman Manyadapa Manyastam Dozetondaram. Poori released a new track 5 days ago that's called Tighe Tize Zaman. It's a diss track to Moltafet, and the reason for this track is there were some chats leaked from Moltafet, like not from themselves, like Moltafet chats were leaked, if like to say it more precisely, and it seems like they are just hypocrites, like allegedly, actually, because we don't know if these chats are actually real, but from what we saw, it seems that Moltafet, like, they disrespect the Iranian people. They actually especially disrespect dead people who died in the protests and died for the freedom of Iran. And as well, this whole thing is really interesting because Moltafet was kind of the label where all the tracks, or many tracks, were political. And yeah, maybe it's not every time as it seems. It's interesting. We don't know the real truth, but Poori released the track right here, and we're gonna dive right into this after the intro.
We're gonna have a problem here. You act like I never seen a white person before. Jaws on the floor like Pam and Tommy just burst into dawn. Start whooping the ass worse than before. The first of a divorce, the phone of furniture.
If you want to support me, check out my Patreon. Link is down in the video description. The track is almost 5 minutes long. I have the lyrics translated by Ramin. Thank you very much again for providing me with translation and with explanation on the lyrics. We gonna check this out. This seems like a famous sample of some sort, but I don't know it actually. You know, it sounds like everything is underwater. It's actually I was wondering if the sound is okay because it's really quiet, but we will check.
دلیل داغ مادرایی که قلبشون ترک پره اینا جنگ رپی نیست میدونی فقط خودت یه روزی تاج پادشاهی میشینه روی سرت ولی پلاستیکی ولی فقط شب تولدت
Okay, so kind of the voice sounds weird as well. I don't know what's going on with the sound right here. Yeah, I really don't know.
واسه پول بوده از دل نبوده هرچی خونده خودت میری پیکنیک مردم رو دعوت میکنی میدون به صرف خوردن گوله منقلی که باد میزنی میده بو باروت و ساشم داغ میده بوی جیگرهای سوخته درخت
Okay, there's the drop right there. Man, this makes me confused. Always I think there's something is going wrong with the stream or something, you know. Some settings getting changed overnight. I don't know what's going on.
میده بو باروت و ساشم داغ میده بوی جیگرهای سوخته درخت بی‌بوتگی نمیده میوه برات گوله ها تو سینه جوونا با صدا جیغ و اذان یه سال به هر در زدید که منو خراب کنید قافل بودید خدا بزرگه و تیزه تیغ زمان سیل آبم نمیکنه شعله ها رو خاموش رفتگر خونه ها قشته میشدش به جاروش سوژه خندتونه 50,000 کشته جوونایی که باز کردن واس گوله ها آغوش.
Okay, so I mean it goes hard. We know that Poori is a good rapper. I think many saw him on the government side for a longer time now. This district is actually interesting because it's kind of the opposite of what people expect from Poori. You know, it's they expect like unpolitical stuff, and actually for Poori to drop something like this is a surprise. Actually, we have to say that. Let's check this right here. So the intro goes like, the reason of mothers mourn, their hearts cracked with grief. These are not rap wars, you know that well. One day king crown will sit up on your head, but only plastic one, only in your birthday. There's a reference to the beat producer Mahdyar Agayani, who was sitting with the birthday in his birthday with a plastic crown. And this mother's mourn is, I think, reference to Moltafet disrespecting mother whose son died. I'm not 100% sure because we don't have an explanation right here. So then this is interesting. It was all for money. Whatever he has performed didn't came from the heart. So this was one allegation that was made that Moltafet is doing all this music in the first place for money. So that they actually making this political music for money was allegation. Then Bullets in Youth Hearts with Sound of Screams and Azan. And we have an explanation right here. Azan is the Islamic call to prayer. Islamic Republic hangs people by morning Azan, and the family screams while watching their loved ones getting hanged. So this is kind of describing the cruelty of these executions that are happening in Iran. For a whole year, you did great, everything you could to tear me down. So this is reference to they were always dissing back and forth. Moltafet and Poori were always in disses. Then we had You Forgot That God Is Great and The Blade of Time Is Sharp. This Blade of Time is Sharp, or The Sharp Blade of Time is the title of the track, actually. And then Even a Flood of Water can put these flames out. The streets sweepers broom soaked in blood. I think that's a crazy metaphor right here. And I think it's even a real reference because like this is how Iran looked like. And then 50,000 deaths are your laughing matter. It's reference to that in the leaked chats there were making fun of the deaf people who died at the protests in Iran, actually. So let's continue right here.
گوله ها تو سینه جوونا با صدا جیغ و اذان یه سال به هر در زدید که منو خراب کنید غافل بودید خدا بزرگه و تیزه تیغ زمان سیل آبم نمیکنه شعله ها رو خاموش رفتگر خونه ها قشته میشدش به جاروش سوژ خندتونه 50,000 کشته جوونایی که باز کردن واس گوله ها آغوش تو خواب ناس بودی میخورد کف ایران بوم یه ترک دادم بهتون بک دادید یا آلبوم فیلم خیزشا رو میدیدی از تیوی با پاپ کورن اینا گرسنه نیستن بیرونن چشاتو واکن زمان نشون داد تو لجن نیستی خود
Wow, and the beat is changing. Like the visualizer as well, it's classic Poori style with the black and white and with a little bit of effects on the video. That's a classic one.
زمان نشون داد تو لجن نیستی خود لجنی یه مشت رو خوی بیزاته بدون جنمی با وجودتون شده رپ فارسی جلبی سرکی اومد به لطف بیف با بشری خره تپل گذشت.
So most of these are triple rhymes. I feel like actually double rhymes because there are 2 emphasized syllables but 3 syllables are actually rhymes. So it's kind of how you, it depends on how you actually look at it, basically.
دیفوش مادر به ملت کابوستون پشت میکروفون مادر بگرد این سری من نمی کنم واقعا ولت نمی کنم واقعا ولت گل میگیرم گالتو من بد
So I think this is the hook. I have to say about the lyrics of the hook, I didn't really understand what was going on right here when I was reading the translation. I don't know if these are actually important or if this just... Probably they have a meaning. Probably they have a meaning.
زمان مشخص کرد کی تو لجنه اومد عجلت باز تو هچله زمان مشخص کرد کی تو لجنه تو منجل.
Okay, so that was the hook right here. We can check some more of the lyrics, actually. They are right here. And there's more reference. I gave you a track, you gave back an album. Once again, reference to them dissing back before. You watched videos of the uprisings from TV with popcorn, basically saying, yeah, you're not living in Iran. You were just watching this from afar, making fun of it and making tracks about it, making money with it, basically. These are not hungry, open your eyes. This is interesting because Fadaei said that people came to the streets because there were a bunch of hungry motherfuckers, that the Iranians came to the streets. So this is why he said hungry. Then we have the time showed you're not in the sludge, you're a sludge itself. Right here we have 100k views came thanks to beef with Bashari, and Puria Bashari is himself, so he basically saying you only got that much attention and so many views because you always dissed me, and your diss tracks received, like, because of me, so much attention. Once you've crossed the bridge, you start cursing a nation's mother. And I'm not sure if this is the same reference for the beginning of the song, but they cursed the whole nation of Iranians and Iran itself, and also Pechmam, Golipur's mother. And I think maybe this is the same thing, the reason of Mother's Mourn. So I'm not really sure that there was a case like in these leaked chats where there was making fun or whatever about a mother whose son died. I'm not sure if this is the reference right here. And that's basically it for the lyrics of the track so far, for the verse and the hook, because I mean, you can see the hook, po po po, your time has come. It's just it's maybe a gun sound, MMM, in trouble again, ha ha ha, time revealed who was in the sludge. So yeah, I don't really know what that means actually, but let's continue the song right here.
لا به خودتون رفتی فرو لاشی فیست کره مامورا سکونه آدم فروش باشی گلادیاتورتون مونده تو معنی اولیگارشی
همش انگلیسی ما هیچ نمیفهمیم
تو چه به رولت روسی پسر تاسه تو بریز تو که ایران نبودی پا کمتر فازشو بگیر
Like the second beat even more, I have to say. This beat is banging, man.
بودی پا کمتر فازشو بگیر یه بار وانه شده روش به روح ماهتون وید دست مامان تو بگیر برو پاس تو بدن شما حاضرتون خرابه ان نطفه حسابی میخوای تاثیر بذاری دنبال جمله قصاری از 15 سالگی شناختی مردم ایرانو چرا 21 سال پن میخوری گوه اضافی ریخته جلو چشات کلی خون تفتار از کالبد یه انسان شدی دور جا این که بیای دروغاتو اثبات کنیشون فاش ناموسی میدی به پشمان خلی پور
So Peshman Holipur has been mentioned right here again. Interesting that this name is coming up again. So we have in the second verse some lines that are really interesting. So first there's a line where it says, your gladiator is clueless about what oligarch means. And Fadaei is called the Rap Farsi gladiator. And in his chat group, he said that he doesn't know what oligarchy means, which is weird if you're always rapping about dictatorship. And, you know, it's kind of, you know, not maybe the same thing, but the structures should be clear, actually. Then we have the line, Evan's door have never opened for you, not even once. And we know the Evan prison, it's in Tehran for political prisoners. Then take your mom's hand and go get your passport. That refers to Fadaei chat, said he went to Iran embassy with his mom and got his passport. I'm not really sure what this means, if he wanted to go to Iran or if that was when he migrated from Iran. I don't really know what this line means. Like the explanation is not that clear for me. You want to make an impact, so you're looking for a catchy one-liner. And this is referred to the leaked chats that Mahdyar said rhymes are not important and word and sound is more important to have an impact. And then we have, you've known that the Iranian people since you were 15? Question mark. And Fadaei said in the leaked chats, I fuck Aban. The November Revolution in 2019, and then he said in the chat, we did it for ourselves, not for the people. I came to that conclusion that all these people are just a bunch of motherfuckers. So what we can see is that there were actually, if these chats are real, that they were insulting a lot the Iranian people right here, which is pretty crazy, I have to say. It's actually shocking because I reacted to so much Fadaei music. I hope we're gonna get reply on this. I don't know if they actually said anything about this, if Moltafet said anything in public about these leaked chats. If they didn't say anything, that's not a good sign, actually.
مهدیار بگید بلا کنه سری پهلوی رو مسیرتون جدا ندارید با مردم سنمی
I think we missed the important line right here. Let's go back.
پور به مهدیار بگید بلا کنه سری پهلوی رو مسیرتون جدا ندارید با مردم سنمی معلومه رو کونتونن فردا نجفی با فدایی فالو کن فقط مریم رجوی رو خودتو ببین
So what he definitely did right here, he mentioned Hamid Fard, Shine Najafi and Reza Pahlavi. We're going for these lines a little bit later.
بهم گورو خونی تحقیقت تو خودت گفتی بابا گوز کدوم کونی گاد پوری پشت میکروفون قاتل گورو تونی تو اون گورو سرود نبودی شاعر سرود بودی گفتم بابات کیه واکن واسه اسمم پرانتز یکم خودت به گذشته میگه اشکام برا تکس میفرستمت صفحه حوادث یه چیز زدم برقصی بزنه مهدیار برات بیس ساختمش باز خودم و داشت جلو چشم لباس شخصیه کل پاسپورتم و پانچ یه رو میکنم اسرار ناگفته رو فاش ولی هر وقت بخوام میدم تو خارک و سر و قوچ هرچی.
Okay, so actually we can take a more look at the lyrics. I mean, we can go for actually the flow as well a little bit, but it's not that much of a matter in this. Of course, he's rapping nice and it should be mentioned in a video, but we know that Poori is a good rapper and I don't want to waste so much time on this talking about that stuff. So you start talking shit about Pojman Gulipur's family. It's again Pojman Gulipur, and right here we have finally an explanation. He was an 18-year-old Iranian protester who was killed during the November 2019 protests in Iran. His mother became a prominent voice among the mothers seeking justice for those killed. Fadaei also used his name in his song and used his mother's voice photo for his track. Then it says, tell Mahdyar to block Pahlavi now. It's interesting really that Poori mentions Pahlavi. It's not like the line is super clear, but because he's not like defending Pahlavi, but he's saying like you're not on the side with Pahlavi as well, right? And then we have a line that says it's obvious Shaheen and Hamed are really making you pissed off because Fadaei insulted China Jafi and Hamed Fard as motherfuckers in the leaked chats. So kind of yeah, I mean, they would be like their contestants of Moltafet because they're making political music as well. It's really interesting to see these chats right here. With Fadaei, just follow Maryam Rajavi, and this is the leader of the People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran, an Iranian opposition group. The MEK was designated terrorist organization by several governments in the past. So I don't know if he's basically saying that Fadaei is a communist, or I'm not really sure about this one, but yeah, another one. You said the truth yourself. Whose ass did you fart off? And God Poori is behind the microphone. Where are your crew's killers? You weren't in the core groups. You were the songwriter. And then we have say something yourself for once. It's embarrassing. Ashkan writes your text. And I think that Shapur was in the leak text helping Fadaei with lyrics. So this is reference on that one. Then I made something you can dance and Mahdyar lay down for the bass for you. I made it for me and my bro. I think that's basically it. And then we have, we going into the chorus next, and then we have an outro, which is interesting as well. I want to take a look at the outro as well, because there's some interesting stuff that he's saying right here as well.
شدم کار خداست همیشه بودم باش رو راست نه رپ سانسور میشه یه روز نگاد مجاز پو اومد عجلت باز تو هچله زمان مشخص کرد که تو لجنه پو اومد عجلت خدا رپ فارسی پشت میکروفون داشتمون نقبونده ذهنیه میگه مسلمونی فقط حسینیه این همه سال این همه جوون از راه دور فرستادی جلو گوله که تش به جنازه هاشون بخندی بگی اینا یه مش گرسنه بودن ما هممون گرسنه یه روز خوب یه عمر بدون سند و مدرک به ما انگی وصل بودن زدید ولی همین روزاست که وصل بودن خودتون با سند و مدرک برای مردم عیان شه رسانه هایم که الان به شما رسیده لالهونی گرفتن از ترسشون نی از اینه که دستشون باهاتون توی کاسه است بچرخ تا بچرخی.
Alright, we got it, people, and now we can take a look at the rest of the lyrics right here, where it's getting interesting once again. He's saying actually the Rap Farsi god behind is the microphone. So or behind the microphone, I think he's referring to himself right here. Then our body mentally challenged. He says he's not Muslim, he is just Hosseini, and this refers to Fadaei. where a video was released from him when he was rapping and said this. Hossein was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad and the third Imam of Shia Islam, killed at the Battle of Karbala, which means that if someone believes in Hossein, he must believe in Islam. It's a weird thing to say for Fadaei, because kind of, I think that's not the definition of a Muslim. Like, it doesn't really make sense. It's a weird thing to say, actually. Then all these years, all these young people you send from afar into the line of fire, only to laugh at their corpses afterward and say they were just a bunch of hungry people. Again, the reference that Moltafet or Fadaei called them hungry, and they were laughing at the people who were dying in the protest, and actually Moltafet was supporting people to go to the protest. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy. For years, you're accused of us being connected to Islamic Republic without any evidence or proof, but these days it won't be long before your own connections are exposed to the public, which is actually saying, because like many people are thinking Poori was connected to the Islamic Republic, but he's saying like, you just accused us, and that happened in the disses before again and again, that Fadaei and Shapur, they said like he having ties with the IRGC, and now there are these leaked chats, and he's saying like, yeah, maybe the truth will come to light. We don't know yet. Those media outlets have now come around to you. They haven't suddenly gone silent out of fear. It's because they've got their hand in the same pot as you. So actually, that seems like some media reported maybe that these chats were fake. It's just a guess, because like it seems like some medias were backing Moltafet right here. So and he's saying they doing this because they're receiving as well money from all this thing going on right there in Iran. It's really interesting. We don't know what is really true. We don't know if these chats are true. We don't know really. I mean, I as well, not because I can't verify the chats. I can't even read the language. I can use, of course, translator models and AI, but actually it's impossible for me to find out if these chats are real. So I kind of have to depend on others people's skills and opinion to find that out, you know, and that is really the point right here. So I really want to say this because I don't know if these chats are real, but Poori had pretty much a roast right here on them, which is really wild because of the situation we're in right now. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon. Link is down in the video description. And my people, I'm out.